Hello and welcome to Sierra Make. I'm Sierra, and today I thought it would be really fun to try and make a zipper bag. So let's go check it out. A while back, I recovered a ton of long zippers from this old RV cover. The RV cover had degraded and such, so it wasn't usable anymore, but the zippers were perfectly fine, so I kind of just tore them straight off of the RV cover. Because the RV cover had been in the sun for a year, these zippers are super dirty, so I have to clean them up first by seam ripping all of it just to get that raw zipper, and then I'm going to wash the zipper because it's super dirty and gross. And as you can see here, there is a very, very clear sun bleach line on the zipper. It was originally a kind of dark gray, but the sun kind of bleached it to this weird pinky purple color. And so because it has that weird stripe on it, I thought it would be interesting to try and bleach the entire zipper to try and get it a uniform color. So here I am with two zippers pinned up to the bucket so that the metal does not touch the bleach. I don't want it to rust or anything. And now I'm going to fill this up with water and add a little bit of bleach. So I have this bleach. I don't actually know if this is the right type of bleach. I don't know if this, oh yeah, there, laundry use. Okay. I really just guessed on the amount of bleach to use. I mean, who needs instructions? And I just topped off the bucket with water. More bleach? I guess I'll add a little bit more bleach. So I let it sit for a day and it still wasn't light enough, so here I am adding more bleach. Hope that's enough. Even after sitting for a second day and adding more bleach, it still didn't even out in color, and the clips began to rust, so I decided to just dump it and wash it out, and we would work with what we got, which is this weird kind of pinky brown gray zipper. Just for a little comparison, here's the bleach zipper against the original zipper. As you can see, it definitely lightened, but I don't know which I like more. Anyways, let's make a bag. I don't have any example bags to go off of, but I know that in general, the zipper will just wrap around and around and around. And so it should just be essentially sewing one straight line, except for the top and the bottom of it. So we're just going to try and sew this together and see what happens. I'm attempting a zipper bag. I don't know how I'm supposed to sew this. Oh, well, maybe I should use a zipper foot. Duh. Oh, it's off to a great start. Oh my god. Yep. This is going fantastically. Here's a little reminder. I have no idea what the heck giblets I'm doing. Oh, you know what I could do? I have these. Try and hold it together like that. That was a good idea. So clearly this project is off to a rocky start, but here I am just sewing the zipper on itself. Basically, I'm sewing those edges together and going around the curve, and this will make the top of the bag. And then we just sewed down that side. This is the first one I'm making, so there's going to be some issues with it. Please ignore the weird lighting change. And now, since both of those hard bits on the one side of the bag is done, we're just going to sew the zipper together all the way down near the end and zip it up to see what it looks like. Okay, so now what I have to do something like that. Okay, so what I've done is I've pinned this where I want it. Now I'm going to unzip it because clearly it's easier to sew a zipper when it's, or sew a bag zipper when it's unzipped. There we go. Now we're gonna look at how this is supposed to be. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention earlier that I found out it was easier to sew the zipper on those sharp curves if I didn't have it zipped up. That's because it was easier to bend just one single side of the zipper around a sharp corner versus trying to bend the entire zipper around a sharp corner. Another thing to note is that you should definitely pin these corners and mark where you actually want the curves to be. Otherwise, you're going to get a wonky bag. Side note, I don't know why all of my upcycle work always involves me turning things into bags. I mean, the chair into a backpack was upcycled, and the screen tint into reusable bags was also an upcycle, and now we have a zipper into a zipper bag. I don't know, I guess bags are the easiest thing to upcycle into, or it's the only thing that I can think of. So comment down below if you can think of something else that I can upcycle that is not a bag. Anyways, let's just zip this up fully and see how it turned out. First attempt at zipper bag. Since this bag turned out super long and skinny, and I have so many extra zippers, I am going to see what happens when I shorten the initial sew length. So let's go see. So now we know the general layout of this bag. Basically, you take the ends and fold them over on themselves and sew that little curved, difficult part together, and then you just sew a straight line. So this time around, I'm just going to use that original colored zipper because I want to see what the pattern looks like when I sew it together, and I'm just going to follow the steps that I did before with a few modifications. Modification number 1 is to remember to pin these important curved parts. I didn't bother doing it the first time, but you really gotta pin it so that you hold everything in place, because these curves are difficult, and if you get it wrong, you end up with a wonky looking bag. You want these nice tight corners on it. Also, keep in mind to have this unzipped when you sew so that you can sew the round bits easily. I also decided to add just a single stitch across that base bit just to kind of hold it in place. Here are those 2 curved parts sewn. I also sewed straight off of the edge of that one corner instead of doing the weird half corner that I did before. And then I just need to zip it up because I sewed all the way to the end, and we're going to find out where I want that top bit to end. And we're just going to mark the 2 corners with a safety pin and a regular pin. I could have used a safety pin for both, but whatever. It's what I had on hand. And we're going to unzip it now and pin those curved edges down so that it's perfectly in place and we don't get any weird movement. And then we're going to sew that together. Here it is, all sewn. You can see how I finished that in corner. Let's zip it up and get a look at the whole bag. This one's definitely more square than the other. It actually looks like it could be a purse instead of like a pencil case. I mean, look how deep that goes. It looks like it could hold a lot. And there we go. There's our 2 zipper bags. Honestly, these turned out pretty well. I was not expecting them to turn out this good. I might dye these in the future because the colors are a little funky, or maybe I'll keep them like this. I don't know. It's kind of an interesting pattern, and maybe I'll switch out the ties. I don't know. But really, you know, I just wanted to have fun this week, and I definitely accomplished that with these cute little zipper bags that I could hold things in. Please hit that like button if you enjoyed this video. Comment down below if you want to see more upcycled content. And please subscribe because it lets me know that you like the videos that I make. And it encourages me to keep making more. Thank you for watching.